to Everyday Fitness. Today I'm going to go and take you through a simple rule that's going to help us with dictating how much of a deficit we need to be in for the rate of loss that we're after. So it's definitely going to help us with our fat loss goal. And before I go through showing you how to use this rule, if you do like the videos that we're putting out, please drop a like, please drop a comment, especially if you have any questions, drop a comment and then we'll get back to you. And as always, please subscribe. Now, the 3,500 calorie rule is a rule we can use to help us with a fat loss, with dictating how much of a deficit we need to be in to dictate the rate of loss that we're after. Now, the rule simply states that there's 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat. Now, we know we need to be in a deficit to lose body fat, okay? So now we know that we need to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit to lose 1 pound of body fat. Sounds like a pretty big deficit, okay? Now obviously we're not after dropping a pound of body fat per day. That's just not going to happen. But we're looking at this more maybe across a week. So now we're going to go through an example just to show you how simple and easy it is to use this to work out how much of a deficit you need to be in per day to get the rate of loss that you're after. Okay, so the rate of loss that we're after is 1 pound of body fat a week. So we want to lose 1 pound body fat each week. So we know that we need to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit for that to happen, which means we need to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit across the week. So obviously there's 7 days in a week. So if we divide 3,500 by 7, that's going to give us our daily size deficit, which means to lose 1 pound of body fat a week, we need to be in a 500 calorie deficit each day. Now that we know this rule, and now that we know what size deficit we need to be in each day to lose 1 pound a week, we can simply make adjustments if we want to increase that rate of loss. So let's say we want to increase that from 1 pound a week to 2 pounds lost a week. We'd simply double the size deficit we are in daily, which means 1,000 calories a day. Now, to give us an example in terms of how many calories you'll actually maybe be consuming, obviously we know we can create a deficit from either reduced intake or increased expenditure. But let's just say we're going to do it just from reduced intake. And let's say that your maintenance calories are 2,500 calories. So when you eat 2,500 calories a day, you maintain your weight. But now we know that we want to lose 1 pound a week. So we're simply going to reduce our calorie intake by 500. So when we consume 2,000 calories a day, that's going to equate to 1 pound a week lost. If we want to lose 2 pounds a week, we'd reduce our calorie intake by 1,000, which would be 1,500 calories a day. Obviously, you might not want to do that solely through intake. You'd maybe then want to increase expenditure, because eating 1,500 calories a day, if your maintenance was 2,500, would maybe not feel the best. But using this rule, knowing how many calories in a pound of fat, as you can see, gives us a good starting position to dictate what size deficit we need to be in from the week, from each day, to give us our rate of loss that we're after. Bear in mind that this isn't exact maths, okay? Because when you lose weight, when you lose body fat, it's not just solely fat that you're losing, okay? So this isn't exact math, but it's a good starting point, a good guesstimate to use. Also bear in mind that as you go through a dieting phase, as you go through a fat loss phase, changes do occur, which means rate of losses will change as time goes on. So going into a 500 calorie a day deficit, being on 2,000 calories a day, as an example, over time, that might no longer result in a 1 pound a week loss. That might slow down, and then you'd maybe need to adjust the calories. So just be aware that that will likely happen. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that made sense. If you did find it helpful, then please drop a like. If you do have any questions on this, drop a comment down below. We can get back to you. And then again, please subscribe to stay up to date with all the videos and information and guidance we're going to be putting out.